Вторая часть прохождения уже началась, и хорошо, что вы на ней, потому что нас ждет много интересного. Итак, мы узнали, где располагается око сфинкса, но возникла небольшая трудность с шифром. Не все так просто, хотя как не так просто? Все очень просто. На мой взгляд, это чересчур безответственное хранение драгоценности. Я посмотрел подсказку, да, имеющие такую ценность. Вот, отдать ее баронессе, которая, как хорошо выразился Инч, сквозь пары алкоголя не видит, что происходит вокруг. Это, мне кажется, было несколько безответственно.
I'll have to use my private entrance via the ventilation shaft. If someone spots me going into the Baroness's cabin, I'd have rather a lot to explain.
Итак, мы узнали, что шифр состоит из комбинации в 4 символа, и даже немного с ними познакомились. Там была листовка, такая подсказка. Сейчас нам нужно поговорить с максимальным количеством доступных нам пассажиров, чтобы попытаться выяснить у них детали. Ну вот здесь вот доктор стоит, и кажется, он немного нервничает. Давайте узнаем у него что-то, может узнаем даже почему его ножка находится в таком мандраже.
But he still doesn't seem to be very relaxed. Quite the opposite. And why won't he go to the saloon?
Это ведь он был в каюте. Посмотри на его брюки и на его обувь.
Dr. Gebhardt, getting some fresh air?
Oh, you could say that.
И вот мы можем узнавать что-то. Начнем с Нефертити.
Do you know the Egyptian queen Nefертити?
Yes. There is a famous bust of her.
Really? Tell me more.
No, I am sorry. I do not have time for that.
Герника.
Does Gерnика mean anything to you?
Now listen, young lady, I do not know what they told you, but just because I am German, I am not responsible for the crimes of my government.
Crimes? What are you talking about?
We obeyed orders. Just like everybody else. Now leave me alone.
Do you know what the monogram AD stands for?
What?
A capital A with a small d below it.
Yes, I do. Will you leave me alone if I tell you what it means?
You know.
It is not just any monogram. It is the first. Albrecht Dürer, a German artist, signed all his works with it. He was the first artist to sign all of his work with a monogram. It was not common to do so before then.
Are you sure?
His wooden engravings were, and still are, printed billions of times in Germany.
Billions of times? You're exaggerating.
Not at all. His work appears on German marks.
And what?
That's enough. I told you what you wanted to know. Please, leave me alone now.
Мы не узнали все. Там еще у нас была одна реплика. И, друзья, ад это вовсе не ад, это аббревиатура AD. Сейчас мы можем сделать сохранение и узнать еще о том варианте ответа. Давайте быстро прогуляемся. Так, а я загрузился с той записи? Нет, не с той. Тут есть полотенце. Это все не то, что нам нужно. Может быть, вот это подойдет. Тогда вот это. Точно, то, что нужно. И снова торопимся к доктору, чтобы выяснить у него. Он нервничает, не хочет с нами разговаривать. Так. В этот раз вот спросим про Буонаротти.
No idea. Don't know him.
But
Try your luck somewhere else and leave me alone, please. Thank you.
Да, ну теперь можно поспрашивать про эти же
We can...
символы.
Now listen.
Вот.
It is... He was... He's not a...
Вот так мы выпытали у доктора все. Поэтому мы можем не загружаться.
Strange guy. I wonder what or who he's watching in the saloon. He seems like he's waiting for something, and he's growing more
Так, да, он действительно волнуется. Давайте спустимся вниз, сходим в нашу каюту. Хотя наша каюта... Где она располагается? Я один не помню.
The doctor is upstairs. He probably locked the door. Yes.
С каким плавным изяществом кошки она идет. Вот прям хорошо прорисовали. Смотрю и радует глаз.
Maybe the art magazine will help.
Давай, найди. Почему бы и нет?
Indeed. An article about the different works of art and how they survived the Second World War. And there's also a picture of the bust of Nefертити. The unique Egyptian work of art was 1913. Permission to export to Germany. Second World War. Safe at the Reich Bank. Then a bunker. And then a salt mine. Prevented from shipping the bust to the United States. Back in Berlin since 1956. Very glad, blah, blah, blah. Soon in the Egyptian Museum of Berlin and hopefully someday in a reunified Berlin on the Museum Island. Okay, so the bust of Nefертити is located in Berlin. Berlin. The bear! The Berlin bear! There's a bear on Berlin's coat of arms. Nefертити, bear. That's it! I have to find out where the other works of art are located and which animals are associated with those cities. Now I know what to look for. It'll be child's play.
Отлично, каждый символ означает животное.
The bust of Nefертити is in Berlin. Berlin, bear. That works.
Хорошо, мы запомнили, что Нефертити, Берлин, медведь. А делает ли она соответствующие пометки здесь, когда они нужны? Ничего. Да зачем мне инспектор Лекрам? Мне нужны пометки. Хотели они сдать Инча Леграну, но наш констебль оказался проворней, умнее, полезней. Ну, как там все закончилось на чердаке, мы до сих пор не знаем. Так. Никакой записи. К Леграну нельзя. Тогда поднимемся наверх. Хотя, может быть, тут еще какие-то будут подсказки в этих записях.
Strange guy. I wonder what. He seems like...
Смотрите, отражение, да, доктора. Так, прежде чем идти в ресторан, хорошо бы еще сходить в кубрик и посмотреть, если там профессор с мамой Мэтта. Огоньки горят очень празднично. Ну что, Алекс, ты по-прежнему не хочешь их трогать? Действительно, такой прекрасный вечер. Если мы не можем насладиться романтическим ощущениям и чувствам в компании Адиля, то почему не дать сделать этого хотя бы профессору с мамой Мэтью, правда? Здесь в газетах ничего. Скорее всего, леди Уэстмакот что-то будет знать, потому что писательница, мудрая писательница, наверняка прольет свет на наш вопрос с вами.
He's sweating profusely. Burst capillaries and
Потнючий. Можно подарить ему хороший дезодорант, но вряд ли такой служака будет его использовать. Баронесса здесь нагревается, сидит дальше. Можно, кстати, на нее посмотреть.
The Baroness seems to have a reason to celebrate. She's downing one glass of champagne after another. The less I have to do with her, the better. Best if she doesn't even remember that I exist. Although, based on her alcohol consumption, I don't really think I have to worry about that.
Это точно. Все, баронесса неактивная.
Hello, Captain DeCanti.
И теперь у нас можно поговорить с капитаном.
You look beautiful. We missed you at dinner.
I was in my cabin. I didn't feel very well.
Oh, I hope you're feeling better.
Вот, смотрите, тут просто целый список для капитана. Ну, с леди Уэстмакот.
Lovely concert, wasn't it?
You only heard the end. It was really wonderful.
All the more curious that Lady Westmacott embarrassed Mr. Kreutzer like that, don't you think?
I have no idea what got into her. They say she's a difficult person, but maybe it's the privilege of famous people to be a bit strange from time to time. When I was still a young sailor, Enrico Caruso was a passenger on our ship. And he...
I think she's fascinating. She's achieved so much, and all by herself.
Lady Westmacott? Oh yes, that's true. The most successful writer in the world.
Do you know any more about her?
Everything. I'm her biggest fan. What do you want to know?
Everything. Your family. First question.
Where is she from? Who were her parents?
Her father was a wealthy British salesman. Her mother died in childbirth. She had an outstanding education, but was a lonely child, they say. Her father was away on business most of the time.
I know how she feels. For many years, my father's career was also more important than me.
Don't say that, my child. Your father paid for the life you now live.
Did Lady Westmacott's father marry again?
Yes, a woman 15 years his junior. She didn't really care for the child. She was something of a high society lady. She made the headlines with her antics more often than the family would have liked.
Так, тут предстоит нам долгий разговор, поэтому можно откинуться и расслабиться.
And her novels. How did she come to be a writer?
In interviews, she always mentions her French tutor, who encouraged her to write when she was a child. After some poems and short stories, she began to write detective novels with great success. The rest is history. The experts are arguing whether she or Shakespeare has sold more books.
Although she doesn't receive the same deference.
That's true. But her books are much more innovative and extraordinary than people generally give her credit for.
And what does an elderly lady like her want in Egypt?
I couldn't really say. She was there many times with her husband, an archaeologist. He died a long time ago.
I heard something about a reception at the Egyptian Museum?
Yes, for the eyes of the Sphinx. Or rather, for the eye. But I don't think she'd go to Cairo just for that. She usually stays away from official events. Didn't participate in the literary scene either. always stayed as far away as possible from high society, probably because of her stepmother.
Теперь о самом капитане Диконти и, возможно, о том, почему он так сильно потеет.
Is it true that you're a war hero?
Mm-hmm. In 2 world wars. That tells you how old I must be.
You're as old as you feel.
Oh God, I hope not.
Aren't you feeling well?
You shouldn't burden your pretty little head with the dark thoughts of an old man, my dear.
If you don't feel well, maybe you should take it easy.
I'm afraid if I take it easy, it'll kill me.
You seem to be a pessimist.
Fatty liver, asthma, gallstones, jaundice, gout, shingles, hemorrhoids, varicose veins, circulatory trouble, knee problems, pulmonary embolism, gastritis, migraine, neuralgia, tinnitus, rheumatism, pleurisy, thrombosis, and constipation. Those are what's been diagnosed.
23, по-моему.
My body is a curse.
Oh, I didn't mean to... I'm sorry.
Forgive an old man. I didn't mean to shock you.
Он держится молодцом с таким букетом болезней. Не каждому под силу. Настоящий мужчина вообще.
You're still the captain of this beautiful ship.
They couldn't just get rid of me, so they stuck me somewhere where I can't make trouble anymore.
Don't say that.
This ship runs fine without me. The crew knows what to do. They don't need me. They don't want me.
Captain!
I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm burdening you with all of this. Forgive me, eh? I'd like to rest for a while. Soon enough it'll be time to head back to the coalface.
Как так-то?
Captain DeConti?
Yes?
Во, я думал, мы это все уже не расспросим у него. Давайте про Микеланджело Буонаротти.
Buonarroti. That sounds Italian, doesn't it?
Ha! You can say that again. Buonarroti is the name of the greatest artist of all time. Michelangelo Buonarroti, who most people only know by his first name. Just imagine, one man, an Italian, achieves perfection in all 3 movements of graphic arts. His David is the most famous statue in the world. As an architect, he was a genius. He built parts of St. Peter's Basilica.
And as a painter, Michelangelo painted the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel.
The creation of Adam. The spark of life leaps from God to Adam. One of the most famous paintings in the world.
Yes, it is. Does Vatican City have an animal on its coat of arms?
No.
And the Pope?
Every pope has his own emblem. But the new one doesn't have an animal.
You don't seem to like the new Pope.
It's too early to say. But who's fit to hold a candle to John the 23rd? Il Papa Buono, as we used to call him. The good Pope.
He just died recently. What was his heraldic animal?
He was a lion, and so was his heraldic animal.
For a Catholic, Buonarroti's Adam could be a mnemonic for the lion. Pope John XXIII was elected in the Sistine Chapel like every other pope. I just need one more animal. Captain DeConti?
Yes?
Отлично, мы узнали про льва, но еще можно про Альбрехта Дюрера.
Do you know Albrecht Dürer?
Yes. An artist. Not bad. But he has his weaknesses as well.
For example?
For one, he wasn't Italian.
That's a pity.
You can say that again. At least he lived in Italy for a while.
What else can you tell me about him?
I once overheard an argument on board between a German and a Spaniard about who elevated the woodcut to an art form, Albrecht Dürer or Alberto Durero. Eventually, they realized they were talking about the same man. Ha!
Albrecht Dürer is called Alberto Durero in Spain?
That's right. Don't ask me why.
Как скажете, капитан Герника.
Does that mean anything to you?
Not a harbor that I've ever docked at.
Oh, that's too bad. I'm gonna go have a look around.
All right.
Alright. Идеальный просто акцент.
I don't know
Настолько
why,
позитивный.
but people just seem to open up to me. Is that a blessing or a curse? It must be horrible to look back bitterly at the end of one's life, especially if it could have been a great life.
Так.
I'll leave him alone with his thoughts. I'll leave him alone.
И с леди Вестмакот.
Lady Westmacott?
Yes.
Does Ghernica mean anything to you?
Do you usually ask strangers random questions?
I'm curious. How shall I learn if I don't ask?
Pick up a book.
Леди не глупая, сразу учуяла что-то неладное в таком странном вопросе.
Are you interested in art?
Not really. I'm more interested in real life, in people.
So, you don't know Albrecht Dürer?
Just because I'm not interested in art doesn't mean that I'm ignorant.
What can you tell me about him?
Books, my dear, books. In them, you'll find the answers to all your questions, even the most foolish ones.
I bet you don't know anything about him and you just want to cover it up.
Ah, you want to appeal to my honor. Too
Что
obvious,
там в
I'm
открытке
afraid.
написано, видно,
May
нет?
I take my leave?
You may.
The lady is not a fan of shallow conversation, which I respect. I shouldn't talk to her unless I have something serious to say. Dr. Gebhardt?
Yes.
Что у нас появился новый диалог с доктором о капитане.
I was talking to the captain. He didn't look well. Is he sick?
I am sure you will understand that I cannot discuss the medical history of one of my patients with you.
Why? Do you think I'm too
Ужасный
stupid?
перевод.
That I didn't mean that. It is a matter of confidentiality.
I asked whether the captain is ill and you called him one of my patients. Haven't you already answered my question?
What do you want?
I ought to be going.
Thank God.
Strange. I wonder... He's...
Так, ну что, Кадилю, я как раз в этих всех разговорах вспомнил расположение нашей каюты.
Adil,
In the shower.
I found the secret compartment.
Oh, brilliant! And the jewel?
I'm working on it.
Ох и перевод. Все время ищут. Так, ну, в душ пока не пойдем. Хотя, конечно, она, наверное, туда не зайдет, потому что игра не имела ремарку 18+. Будем говорить отсюда.
Adil,
Yes?
I almost got caught in the Baroness's cabin.
What happened?
I don't know. A man came in and I just had time to hide under the bed
Maybe it was a steward who came to clean the cabin?
and turn on a tape recorder in the cupboard.
Huh. Maybe it was Inch. He wanted some music?
There was nothing on the tape. It was playing, but I didn't hear anything. Something is rotten here.
Don't bother your pretty little head about it. Swap the eye and hurry back. I've got a surprise for you.
I don't think your surprise will really surprise me. The secret compartment is secured with a combination lock.
Is there any way in?
Not without leaving evidence. I need the combination.
Huh. Are there any hints?
A memory aid consisting of several works of art. There are animals on the log.
The works of art might hint at specific animals.
You don't say, genius. I've already got that far. About the combination.
Yes.
Ghernica. Sounds Spanish, doesn't it?
Yes, it's a city in the Basque region.
Does it have a heraldic animal? Or maybe the region has one?
I don't know. I've never been there. I just know it because the city was bombed by the Nazis during the Spanish Civil War.
Nazis? In the Spanish Civil War?
Well, not officially, of course. At the request of General Franco, his friends from Germany reduced a defenseless city to ashes and rubble. Picasso immortalized the bombing in his famous painting.
Really? Is it on display in Spain?
Silly. As long as Franco is in charge, he won't allow that.
Where is it?
Oh, no idea. Paris, maybe? Picasso lived there for a long time.
Maybe doesn't help me much. Alberto Durero.
What about him?
What's his most famous work?
Hard to say. He did a lot. He was a pioneer of woodcuts and printmaking.
The Baroness left his monogram as a hint, not the name of one of his artworks. So there must be a painting that everyone associates with him.
Not to my knowledge. Although he did have a favorite motif.
And that was?
Oh, himself. He made quite a few self-portraits.
That's it. The artist is the art.
Sounds logical. His most famous self-portrait is in the Prado in Madrid. I saw it with my own eyes 2 years ago.
Does Madrid have something like a heraldic animal?
Sure, it's a bear. It's on the coat of arms and all over the city.
A bear again? Like in Berlin?
Why not? The same numbers appear more than once on normal combination locks.
That's true. The bear then. That's it! 3 animals are all I need. I can guess the 4th. But I could try to find the 4th symbol anyway, just to be sure. I'll be going. Don't waste all the hot water.
Never.
A deal?
Yes?
I've got the combination. At least, I think I have.
Ha! That's my girl.
I'm going to steal the eye now. When I come back, we can celebrate a little.
Hooray.
I'll be going. Don't waste all the hot water.
Never.
Отлично, нам прибавили 1000 очков за это. И есть даже достижение в Steam, которое требует разгадать всех животных.
I'll humor the king of long showers. I don't know what I'd ask him anyway.
Но почему она не сделала запись в дневнике, чтобы нам было проще? Вообще пропало это задание. Дневник. А тут карта Средиземного моря. Италия. Столько интересных мест захвачено. Даже кусочек Украины, украинского Крыма. Красивая карта.
Dr. Gebhardt?
Yes?
Снова можно с ним о чем-то поговорить.
Have you ever heard of a Picasso?
That's enough. I am
Хватит.
saying this as politely as I can. Please leave me alone now. We can discuss these unimportant things tomorrow, if it is really necessary.
I ought to be going.
Thank God.
Так, если мы получали столько новых диалогов с доктором, то мы можем получить их и с этими персонажами. Попробуем. Так изящно покрутилась в рядом с леди.
Yes.
It must be exciting to meet all the world's famous and powerful people.
I stay away as far as possible from high society. Too shallow. Too boring.
But some of them must be exciting. Have you ever met Picasso?
They told him he's a genius so often that he actually started to believe it himself.
But his paintings are impressive. Guernica, for example.
Well, it certainly is big. I have to give him that.
Didn't he have to flee from Spain?
Yes, from the fascists, but not just him. Many of his paintings as well. If I remember correctly, Ghernica is currently on display in the Museum of Modern Art in New York. He bequeathed it to a future Spanish republic.
And until then it stays in New York?
Yes. It's been there for years now.
Have you ever been to New York?
For the love of God, what would I do there? We have the original York in England. That's quite enough for me.
So, you don't know the heraldic animal of New York?
No, probably an eagle. It's all eagles over there.
May I take my leave?
You may.
Итак, мы узнали еще и про орла.
The lady is not a fan.
Если бы мы сразу пошли в каюту баронессы, эти все диалоги были бы опущены. Я не понимаю, как можно проходить игры, опуская такие детали. Только полностью, по-серьезному.
Captain DeConti?
Yes?
И комплексно.
An old seaman like you must surely have been to New York, right?
Aye, aye. My usual territory is the Mediterranean, but I've crossed the Atlantic many times. It's always a great moment when the Statue of Liberty appears on the horizon.
You wouldn't happen to know the heraldic animal of New York?
No. Maybe an eagle?
I'm gonna go have a look around.
All right.
Итак, медведь, медведь, орел и лев. Вот непонятно только, почему разработчики не включили нашего Зельнера в этот весь процесс. Почему он где-то здесь не стоит на палубе, не любуется бесконечной, едва волнующейся гладью моря. Нет, с ними нельзя. Как вариант, можно попробовать еще раз сообщить нашему избраннику о том, что мы узнали. Может быть, это что-то нам даст. Дополнительные очки, допустим. Давайте посмотрим.
A deal?
Yes?
About the combination.
Yes.
Gernika hangs in New York.
Okay.
Do you know what the heraldic animal of New York is?
An eagle? It's all eagles over there.
That's the second time I've heard that. But no, it can't be an eagle. I'll be going. Don't waste all the hot water.
Never.
I'll humor the king.
Доктор тут мандражирует совсем. Очень мутный персонаж. Мне его рожа сразу не понравилась. Помните? В поезде. А как он хотел вкатить несколько кубов смертельной эссенции Зельнеру. Это ж кошмар. Ее несколько раз должны были видеть вот эти вот моряки. Странно. Странно, что никто не обратил на это внимания. Ух, какая.
Oh my god. Baroness von Tribitz? Are you okay? Hello? Baroness? Hello? A deal.
What happened?
The Baroness. Blood everywhere.
But who?
I don't know. Inch?
That doesn't make any sense.
Don't move. Zellner, up here. We've got our shuttle. How are you?
I do nothing. Me crew.
Sure you are. What are you doing here?
Just fresh air.
Sure. You just wanted to get a breath of fresh air. Zellner, look who we have here.
Well, if that's not our shadow.
And our stowaway.
Were you recently traveling via trunk?
Nothing.
He claims to be part of the crew. Just wanted to get some fresh air.
Oh, sure. And you obviously didn't attack me either, did you?
The Baroness won't open her door, sir.
Understood. Take him to the detention cell, Robert. We'll talk later, my friend.
Ага, прошел. Но Адиль ловко спрятал свою девочку. Этот момент мне тоже понравился.
What is? Did nothing.
Inspector Legrand thinks otherwise. Move.
But I have... gunshot.
I know that. Get moving. Into the cell.
Ah!
Вот так вот закончился тот вечер, и на следующее утро мы уже начинаем играть за Адиля. Инч, что он здесь делает? Ну давайте поприветствуем. Все-таки мы воспитанные молодые люди.
Hello?
Понятно. Мы наткнулись на... Ладно. Оправдываться не хочется. Давайте спросим, что случилось.
What happened last night?
What happened? That you were walking around the ship, that you let them catch you, that you endangered the whole plan. You endangered me.
Извинимся.
I shouldn't have gone out. That was a mistake. Why won't you answer?
I'm having a conversation that you cannot hear.
Давайте спросим, кто убил.
What happened last night?
The Baroness was murdered.
Did you?
No. If it were up to me, she'd have had an accident in a couple of weeks. Instead, someone shot the old bat in the heart point blank.
Are we calling it off?
No. Mr. X is ready, and as her surviving representative, I should be able to move about freely in the museum. The old hag's death doesn't change anything.
How did you get in here?
I'm more than capable of finding the entrance to a cargo hold. Indeed, it was child's play. It's not as though I had to crawl through ventilation shafts or anything so gauche.
So, what do we do now? I could escape, and...
Swim to Cairo.
So, I stay here and wait?
They'll arrest you in Cairo and question you about the murder. Even if they don't throw you in jail, it'll take days.
And if we find the murderer, then they'd have no reason to hold me.
Oh, I'm one step ahead of you.
Надо же, когда Зельнер был здесь, Инч тоже был здесь.
Nervous? I would be if I were you. This Zellner chap wasn't part of the plan. I don't like it.
He's groping about in the dark. Legrand is the real problem.
Still, I'm going to take him out of the picture.
How?
Dr. Gebhardt killed the Baroness. A clever old man, but not clever enough to keep me from finding out.
So you just have to tip Legrand off, and then I'm as good as free.
That's what I thought at first, but then I thought, why waste the opportunity? I put Zellner on the trail of the good doctor. He'll drive Gebhardt into a corner, and when he lashes out in desperation, he might hit our Swiss friend. Maybe even Legrand, if we're really lucky.
You can't do that. The old fella's just doing his job.
And so am I.
Inch, enough blood has been shed. Inch, no more deaths. Damn! I have to get out of here and warn Constable Zellner.
Вот так вот разворачивается действие, друзья. Весьма интересно. И здесь, в принципе, есть сохранение, но можем сделать еще одно, чтобы вернуться к прохождению этого замечательного квеста в следующей части на Virtuozilla Game World.